Donny Vermilion, the best map in the game, is where we have to gather 20 xenon crystals and return them to the stabilizer in the middle of our base. The crystals appear once lava recedes from the low ground. But we need to flee to the high ground while the lava is up. Random mutators cycle in for over 4 minutes, and then cycle out for a new one. There are 3 active at a time, and a mutator switches every 90 seconds.
Dehaka, where do we have him?
Pretty well known for being mutation resilient. I have him from A to B. Usually he would be S, but no means to speed up harvesting the crystals. So yeah, A to B.
A to B. How about you, Zero?
I have him in S tier. He is really mutator resistant, and he clears the map pretty fast also. Even if he gets like speed propagators, he just deals with them really well. You're gonna need to like set up defenses for it, but it's better to be safe than sorry here, especially because your pack leaders are alone that you can spare. Yeah, the pack leaders are strong enough on their own that you can kind of just afford to spend the resources on being safe. So yeah, I think he has a lot of leeway here to just play really safe and still be completely fine while having the map cleared pretty well. So yeah, he can finish the mission. Well, it may not be like sped up as much as like, let's say, Statman by running the workers really fast. The mission's clear, so you're gonna finish it pretty much when the third crystal spawn on the way back. So yeah, I think he's S tier still.
Are you convinced, Eveling?
As I said, it's doesn't have a way to speed it up, and he can pretty much take care of most things himself. But if a speed propagator comes and your ally is there spamming his infested, because most likely your ally is going to be P3 Stukov guaranteed. And yeah, that's
kind of stretching the assumptions a little bit.
Yeah, and even then, I don't think
I
he's that bad. Like, a lot of impalers and the creeper host you're probably gonna have will kind of like the creeper hosts from range. They'll like kill the large blob of propagators, and then you just deep tunnel back with the hack at home, and you roar when the propagators get close to your impalers, and that handles a lot unless there's even more. Like, you really need a lot of speed propagators to break through the hack as defense there.
Now the question is, how many people will actually make impalers? That's a rare thing to see.
I'm not one of them.
Unless you know for sure propagators come out.
Even I don't make impalers.
Well, you should.
Yep.
They're really good units.
I don't have to. I can get by without them.
Well, then you're gonna have a really harder time against speed props if you get them. Like, I'd 100% recommend them here just to be safe against the speed propagators. If you do that, he is just really strong.
To get
Like,
speed propagators.
How many impalers?
Go ahead.
How many impalers do you recommend per ramp?
Per ramp. I don't know. Like, how much supply are they?
I think that's a lot of investment to something that might not even occur
like 2
in
ramps, right?
90% of the games. How often do you really get speed poops?
Not much, but you're also not defending a lot of positions.
You
like,
will
your
have
main base.
You will have a lot of
factor.
warning. You will have a lot of warning before you get speed poops. First, you need speed or poops. So you don't really need to invest into anything if you don't have either of those, because you need both to be present at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
If
that
one of them rolls, just be on guard that the next one could be that. So yeah, just keep in mind that's pretty much that's the most dangerous thing in Chaos Studios, I think, is speed and poop. So if anyone rolls, be on guard and start preparing just in case.
So aside
Whichever
from
commander you have.
Aside from speed poops and the obvious polarity, what does the Hawk have to watch out for?
Not much.
Missile command, come on. It's right there. Come on.
No, it doesn't last long enough for him to really worry. And even then, you have creeper hosts.
If it's 15 minutes into the game, he will get nukes with the missile command, so he does have to watch out for it.
Yeah, I guess, but just deploy a worm at that point and then queue ability on the nuke.
Yes. What else? Not fatal attraction. Not
Yeah, not
darkness. Darkness is
rifts.
really a skill-based mutation, not a commander-based mutation.
Yeah. It's like double HT is fine. Black Death he's fine because his
Outbreak,
unit
you
quite at
might
range.
need stuff at your main ramp. If you
Like
put your creeper host at your expansion, then you'll probably want your worms, your
maybe
impaler's
some
at the main ramp.
impalers. Yeah, I heard those guys are good.
Yeah, except I'm kind of too lazy. I'll just keep a couple of worms at the ramp for walking for outbreak, or what I usually do is just full clear the map before they arrive. Works for me. Twisters could be annoying. It won't be like painful, but it'll be annoying for every commander.
Alright.
But uh, when you rally your creepers, or even Dehaka across the map, I guess this really applies to any commander. But in Dehaka in particular, I don't watch the creepers when I rally them. So there are instances where, like, if they walk across something like a Purifier Beam or a Twister or a Lava Burst even, they'll not do damage because they'll just be dumb and die. But
Speaking
that's
of annoying for every commander, there's Blizzard on Vermilion problem, so better watch out for your workers.
yes. I mean every single
Yeah,
environmental
that's for
mutator.
everyone.
Yes, Lava Burst. There's Blizzard. There's even stuff like what's it called? The no, not the no, the time warp's not really annoying. Yeah, the Twister will just throw the Purifier Beam. If your workers walk across them, they're dead. So and when the Purifier Beams cap the ramps, it'll be annoying. But again, if we're talking about the Haka can just kind of leap across it or just send his creepers. It's not gonna put him below S tier if he is S tier, since we're still not in agreement with that. But it is something that could be annoying. Anyway, Eveling, are you convinced of S tier?
As I said, he doesn't have a method to make the mission go faster, so not unanimous.
Is that a hard requirement?
What do you mean by making it faster
Um,
also? This is like, what does Abathur do to make it faster?
He
Nidus
can
worms.
he Nidus worms at it, which I would argue is slower
Yeah.
than just walking.
Is that actually faster than just leaving a worker there and then picking it up right away? Because Nidus work takes a lot of time to deploy.
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
let's say it's the real,
if
it's the real far
you're
one.
no, the spawn locations of the crystals on this map are pretty mapped out at this point. You can have drones waiting for the crystals to spawn, and in this case, you only need to spawn cap the last set of crystals, which you already know where they are. It's down the ramp of the northeast base, and sometimes
Even then,
on the high ground far east. So like, I'm beginning to question the speeding up the map thing is a hard requirement.
yeah, it will save you like 10 seconds, but you're not dying in 10 seconds.
And in that situation, for Abathur even, just parking the drones ready and waiting to pick up the crystals is faster than deploying a Nidus worm, which you have to pay for, by the way, and is a viable propagator target at the crystal spawn location. Which, yeah, I would say is slower than just parking a drone near it and then just right clicking it. So, is that really something that's a merit to Abathur, or is it just like a reason to put him in S tier and have the speed up the map
The reason why
requirement
to me
still?
Avatar is S is because he has that capability, but he's also very mutation resilient, like Dehaka. So he has that. Dehaka is only
But
he's very mutation resilient. So
okay, so
2 points and 1 point.
my only concern is if they're right about if they're right about as mutation resilient as the other, and Abathur is S, but Dehaka is A. Is it really that much of a difference if Dehaka just parks drones at the last crystal spawn, which will make him retrieve the crystals faster than Abathur having to spend money and wait for the Nidus Worm to spawn? Is that the reason why Abathur is an S, whereas Dehaka is only A?
To me, I mean, it's like you got so both of them both of them mutation resilient, so they both have that going for them. Just Abathur has a little bit more.
A little bit more isn't really a little bit more because it's slower in a lot of the cases.
A little bit more.
Yeah, like if anything, it will save you like 15 seconds. I don't think that makes him a whole tier worse.
In most cases, it won't even save him any seconds, to be honest.
Yeah. Especially because
Okay,
you can't
I mean,
make new worms at the different
I'd be
crystal
okay
locations.
with Abathur being A and Dehaka being A.
Okay. Let's put since if that's the final verdict, then if it's not unanimous, it's not S. So Abathur is no longer unanimous, so he's down to A, and then Dehaka goes down to A. Okay, we've already talked about what meteors will annoy Dehaka. Let's move on.